Hi, I'm William Tenholder, and I welcome you to my Masters 6000 series. You know, this is where we have to give the greatest respect to the greatest game, the greatest game ever invented. Chess is the greatest game ever played. And so, in this very exciting game, I'm going to prove that fact. Let's look at the greatest game that has ever been created. It is better than tennis. It is better than basketball. Well, it came before all of them. And if you're a good chess player, you'll be a good tennis player. And you'll be a good basketball player. You'll be a good golfer. Now, this is the beauty of the strategy of chess. And now we're going to see how at Magnus speed, we have to give credit to Magnus for being so brilliant on the chessboard, the greatest chess player ever. Now we have a few others that are very good, but he is the GOAT. So let's look now at how you play great chess. You noticed as we played through the game, as I was talking, you noticed that sometimes you have to come up and do a sacrifice. You see the knight there, sacrifice the knight. That was a goat and knight at the same time, but sacrifice the goat. Sacrifice the knight. Yes, so we did do the sacrifice to gain a positional advantage. The king now cannot castle, and it is stuck in a very awkward place. That's the whole point of that sacrifice. You give up a piece, but you get this positional advantage. So now you have to actually prove that you have this positional advantage. And so this is how I proved it. Yes, you have to attack that bishop, right? And then, and only then, can you see your positional advantage. And so we move forward and we continue to dominate this positional advantage becomes overwhelming. We'll do it at Magnus speed, but you can see how we were able to double up the rooks and attack the rook in the corner. And this is how you can get positional advantage. The bishop on G is supported by the pawn, check on the king, and it's an X-ray attack on the rook. So now we are simply going to take the rook. Now we have two rooks lined up, and well, for all of the masters, you're clapping your hands. Beginners and intermediates, take note. This is the way you win at chess. You just wear them down. Just wear them down. And then we get to a beautiful position where we absolutely control the board. The board is totally controlled by white. There's nothing black could really do. We are controlling the knight. Notice the bishop on the black squares. The knight, if the knight is on a white square and you sit beside it with a black squared bishop, guess what? The knight has nowhere to go, especially with the rook guarding the one file. So Now we have total control of the board, and it's elementary, right? At this point, when you have control of the board, now you just go in and just take it over. The knight can't do anything. And I hope you noticed the moves of the king. The king didn't have to make many moves. Let's take a look at the king moves. Just if we look at the game, let's just for fun, just look at the king moves. The king didn't have to move much during this game. Didn't have to castle. The first time it made some moves was when the rook came in. We took care of that. And now if you look at the king, it just takes care of the important squares. And now that we have control of the board, it is a beautiful queen on c8. Yes, another beautiful queen. And at this point, of course, they should resign, but they made a few more moves. But now the white king comes up, gives a beautiful kiss to the black king, and says, "Good night." And the black king fades away in defeat. Good night. I'm William Tenholder. I love chess.